Mike, we'll learn this afternoon what measures will be included in the government's latest proposals to control access to firearms. For more on this, we go live to CTV's senior political correspondent for CTV News, Mike Couteur, live for us in Ottawa this afternoon. Mike, this is going to happen later on this afternoon, starting around 4:30 p.m. What can you tell us will be included in this new legislation that's going to be presented?
Yeah, there'll be a whole suite of measures, and as you had spoken about, there will be things that they have introduced in the past that they will be reintroducing. We're also hearing that they could go further than other provisions that they've already tried to put in other bills, making sure that they are cracking down on a whole suite of things, not the least of which is some of the smuggling at the border, red flag laws. We're expecting to see that in some of this legislation, and those, of course, are making sure that they can confiscate any weapons or firearms from somebody who is showing that they could be a threat to themselves or loved ones around them, especially their spouses. We're expecting as well the possibility of action on handguns. Now, we don't think it'll be a national handgun ban, but certainly we did see some legislation earlier on and something in the election campaign platform of $1 billion going to the provinces and territories for them to have handgun bans. It's unclear exactly if it'll be that kind of money or more money, but we are hearing that this will be the boldest action on guns in a generation.
So, Mike, you mentioned that, a national ban on handguns is not expected, but a lot of gun control advocacy groups, such as Police Souvent, has criticized the government's approach, saying that it shouldn't be up to the individual provinces to make up their own gun control laws because that kind of leaves things patchy or, things can be missed. So is the government, the federal government, attempting to revisit that in any way?
Yeah, I think so. And one of the issues here is they're really trying to sort of thread this needle and making sure that they don't overstep into provincial jurisdiction. That is something that a federal government is always trying not to wade into. And it's also interesting, you heard from Justice Minister David Lametti, who is speaking this weekend on Question Period with Evan Solomon, speaking about how they are trying to really strike that balance and making sure that they have gun laws that are restricting guns in the hands of people who shouldn't be having them, but also respecting the fact that there all are lawful gun owners out there, and making sure that people who are either sports shooters or hunters are not affected by this. So I think you'll see that in trying to strike this balance in this bill when it is tabled later on today, making sure that they are avoiding that kind of criticism that they've seen in the past, because the Conservatives have always said that look, there are legal gun owners that should not be targeted here, and the Liberals are saying that too, that they should not be targeted as well. So interesting to see how they will try and strike that balance later on today when it's tabled, and making sure that they are stopping gun crimes versus making sure that they are not targeting legal gun owners.
Okay, we will watch out for that. CTV's chief or senior political correspondent live for us in Ottawa, Mike Couteur, thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.